Halo guys, balik lagi sama gua di PP. Kali ini gua bakal ngegacha sekaligus apa ya? Melanjutkan story versi 3.7 terbaru ini ya guys ya. Ada apa aja di sini selain ada Cyrene di sini ya guys ya. Wow, langsung disuguhin pergacaan Cyrene di sini ya cuy ya. Tapi kita lihat dulu. Cahaya pagi kembali. Mau gacha, kita story dulu kali ya. Sebentar itu Danang kembali. Makam Agung Sang Titan. Setiap inkarnasi Cyrene datang ke sini untuk mempersembahkan dirinya kepada Remembrance dan bantuan Black Swan. Kita menemukan Evernight di dalam di saat-saat kritis. Oke. Aduh, lanjut mau story dulu kah cuy atau langsung gacha aja? Story dulu kah? Bansos bentar dulu, ada bansos dulu. Kita ambil bansos di sini adik-adik. 600 gacor. Kita buletin aja dari 200 sih. Ini apa ini? Aduh, gue F2P bang. 16.000, what the hell, satu gue cuma satu anjing. Hadiah mimpi. Penukaran. Iya, aduh ini bonus top up. Tak punya lah gue F2P nih cuy. Ada berapa di sini? Gua ada di sekitar berapa tiket? Sabar. Ada 198, kita bulitin aja di 200 aja cuy. Oke. Story dulu kah, boy? Udah kah bansosnya itu doang? Apa ini? Gak usah. Banyak quest kayaknya cuy. Tamatin dulu lah storynya cuy. Males banget sebenarnya gua nih. Skip jangan ya. Lama anjir, skip aja sumpah. Gue males anjir kalau lihat story gini sumpah cuy. Suruh kemana lagi ini boy? Halo, welcome Nova. Kalau gelombang hitam. Finan adalah satu-satunya yang tidak sampai ke dunia baru. Oke.
time when the world needed a hero, just like how your arrival kickstarted Amphorius' fate once more. A person's personality is their destiny. We best. Those are such beautiful words. Thank you, friend. I was also trying to cheer myself up with what I said. After all, before we truly compose the end of this story, I must also pluck up the courage to head off with you.
Apa tuh? Apa hal tuh?
And face a memory that I have
Memori yang
forgotten
sudah
for too
terlalu
long
lama aku lupakan.
and have denied for too long.
It's so dark.
The great tomb of the nameless titan. The deepest recesses of memory. Also, the place where Cyrene was born. My apologies, friend. The more memories I got back along the way, the more I felt that something wasn't right. There's a sort of anxiety I can't get rid of. It's like when I was back in ID Silicii, when the reflections in the water always made me wonder, which is the real me? But I finally get it now. Look, friend. The words on that wall are the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That rhymeless tune is the lullaby of little fairies. As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. I've always thought that I was the narrator of the Flame Chase journey. But as it turns out, the narrator is also the most devoted audience. At the moment of Aranova, I was enveloped by the texture of memories. Within the glistening crystal, I saw countless Cyrenes, as well as countless versions of me. This is the final puzzle piece of the memories. A prison born of the erudition. A grave annihilated in the destruction. That unknown solitary god. The 13th Titan who should not exist. The first new spore. The demi-urge is right here.
The interrogation records, but you, Merlin's Claw, have been reluctant to end the transmission. Do you wish to reminisce with us? Or is there something else on your mind that you're just desperate to get out?
You're quite calm, Jingyuan. The Alliance only authorized the law food to be deployed for this Iron Tomb operation. They say this here strategist's wisdom shines like a beacon. So why can't you see things clearly now? Look who's talking. I didn't vote against it, did I? But, with enemies all around us, even a child knows the Marshal needs to keep a few Xianzhou ships in reserve. Whoever volunteers first is the Marshal's pick. If you have to ask, I'd say this outcome plays right into Jingyuan's hands. Like it or not, there's no way we're letting the Law Fu take the lead in this battle.
Oh my, Merlin's Claw. Are you afraid the Law Fu might steal the Yao Qing's glory?
This is no laughing matter. Between the Stellaron crisis and the War Dance ceremony, with Elder Huaiyan around, those with ulterior motives won't be able to stir up any trouble. But once the Law Fu gets their hands on the golden blood, it'll be a whole different story. With the kind of person Jing Liu is, and her connection to you, I don't need to spell it out. There are countless ways this could be spun into something bigger.
You're overthinking it, General Feixiao. When I volunteered for this task, I never expected unanimous support from the Alliance anyway. The Law Fu will seize the Golden Blood and redeem itself. That'll be our first win. Then we'll leverage this Golden Blood in the negotiations. Our second win. These 2 wins for the Law Fu will make all 3 of us happy. And that'll be our third win. Look, if this were a Skyfaring Commission deal, we'd be rolling in money, wouldn't we?
Maybe the Divine Foresight should change his name to the Optimistic General instead.
With the Decalite reflection barrier, the Yu Shui must understand even more than the Law Fu how significant this battle is. Amphorius' karma has vanished from the matrix of prescience. What omen does General Yao Guang see in this anomaly?
In divination studies, we call this an empty fortune. It involves the eons and is thus beyond what mere mortals can comprehend.
Your explanation isn't any clearer than Lady Fu's.
Come on. How hard is it to understand the word uncertainty? For the Cobalt Head, the emergence of Iron Tomb is a calculated instant, but I don't believe they will just sit around waiting for death. And for the powers of the cosmos, this is their chance at survival, and the key to turning the tide of interstellar affairs. The Astral Express is leading the formation of an allied force, but I can see each faction has its own. There are even divisions within the Alliance, so it's not that hard to imagine how the other factions will react. Jing Yuan, I crossed paths with Selenova's Legion at the Battle of Sadunirama Star Cluster. Be extremely careful. Nothing to write home about. The IPC, even the denizens of abundance, could take them on. However, while Void Rangers are just expendable pawns of the destruction, the real wild cards are...
The Lord Ravagers.
Indeed. Linux emanators are also their weapons to burn down the paths. I'm afraid conventional military tactics and strategies will be useless against them. My assessment is this. To completely take down a Ravager, we must disregard casualties and spare no cost. My only fear is one wrong move, and the Law Fu will fall into Ventilia's trap again, inching ever closer to destruction.
Doubt is exactly the demon she wants to plant in our hearts. Do you still remember the beginning of the Alliance Oath? To save future generations from war and bloody dispute. The Rainbow's arrows have always aimed at any force that threatens the cosmos. Now that the Trailblaze walks alongside us, the Cloud Knights shall keep their oath as they have from the beginning. I just hope those on the front line will remain safe.
The chronocognitive anchorer is sending a signal. Everyone, time to move out.
Did he and the others make it?
Let me go over the plan one more time, just in case. You'll enter Amphorius, reunite with your 3 separated companions, and try to locate Iron Tomb from within the world. Who are you taking with you?
The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. We can't afford any slip-ups. I suggest everyone except Pom Pom join
Ini
the
story
fight.
baru. Iya, baru ini. 3.7.
We do need to be prepared for all possible contingencies. I have no objection to this.
I'll do whatever I can.
Meanwhile, Screwy and I will continue attacking the Demiurge Matrix. That is, the Scepter's kernel, from the outside. With our 2-pronged attack, we'll turn this hunk of metal into scrap for sure. Now we just wait for those 2 to get back. just like that, they're here.
Sorry to keep you waiting. With Planet Screwlum's help, the formation of the Cosmic Alliance to counter Iron Tomb is progressing smoothly.
The cosmos has set its sights on Amphorius, and now it's just waiting for the first shot.
Well then, let's not waste any more time, Fourth Mirror.
Ini mau langsung gacha aja atau lanjut story aja cuy? Mau gacha dulu kah? Gacha Cyrene.
Initiating thought regression. Please read the safety protocols carefully. Huh? Just kidding. I've already checked the agreement box for everyone. And now 3, 2, 1, launch!
The flow of Memoria is so heavy here. Unlike Panagone's dreamscape, this place has built up a true epic measured in millennia.
The vortex of Genesis, where all myths begin and end. And in this new world created by the Nameless, the infinite cycles have been broken.
Let's set up the Trailblaze beacon and establish contact with the outside world.
I'll leave it to you then. It'd be better for me to not show myself in front of the Garden of Recollection. And, Mr. Sunday, you probably shouldn't show yourself either.
Agreed.
The Astral Express has landed. If you receive this message, please respond immediately. Over.
This is the Cianjo Alliance. Communications normal.
Interastral Peace Corporation. Communications normal. No response from the Galaxy Rangers. Not surprising. But I didn't expect the family to also stay silent at such a critical moment.
That's a pretty blatant disregard from the family for Panacone's independent director, I'd say.
It's been quite a while, Madam Jade.
The significance of this battle rivals that of the campaign against Sulo. Only through victory can we disperse the shadow of Iron Tomb that looms over countless worlds. The 10 Stonehearts shall spare no effort for such a grand mission for the preservation.
Madam Jade led the Intelligentsia Guild in conducting specialized research on Iron Tomb's past activities. The bad news is, the collapse of the erudition won't just affect inorganic beings.
You mean Iron Tomb can infect organic life too?
Well, the good news is, so far, its effects on organic life are under control. The infection progresses slowly, and the resulting neuropathy is non-fatal. In any case, the IPC can guarantee targeted vaccine coverage within 48 system hours in all star zones within the medical system.
What about other star zones? At a time like this, are the followers of the Firmament Arbiter still trying to make a profit? I remember you, Master Diviner. Your performance during the Third Denizens of Abundance War was quite impressive. Please rest assured, all worlds can purchase vaccines from the IPC with a humanitarian discount. That's the current policy at the very least. But, if the Cianjo Alliance is willing to assist with the IPC's assets in Epsilon and other star systems, we'll have more cards to play when reiterating to the board the necessity of deep cooperation. It makes sense, since Interastral Peace Entertainment's headquarters is in Epsilon. But why are all the other worlds on the list? Places that the Elation has visited?
Think of it as a long-term investment. Please understand that everyone at Pier Point is swamped with Iron Tomb work. Having some assistance from the Alliance would surely benefit the entire cosmos. Wouldn't you agree?
As an old Cianjo saying goes, those who succeed should help all under heaven. Your proposal must be decided on by the 7 Arbiter Generals. I'm just here to relay the message. In times of crisis, the Lawflu will not hesitate to help those in need. However, the prerequisite is that the IPC must unconditionally assist the Alliance with emergency rescue operations in the disaster area.
Of course. In the name of preservation, all for the Amber Lord.
Thank you all for your selfless dedication.
Panjang bener anjir.
It's clear that each party still has qualms about everything.
The clash between destruction and erudition isn't just about the fate of the cosmos. It's a moment for all factions to reshuffle their cards.
You can never be too careful when battling the Lord Ravager. All are equal in matters of life and death.
In any case, we can only hope for the best in all that's to come. It's about time we dive into the vortex and see what Emphorius looks like on the inside. I wonder where he and the others are right now. Is there no one here?
Everything in Akama seems normal. The new world was enjoying peaceful times not long ago.
It seems it was even more recent than not long ago, Miss Himiko.
The fruit on the table is freshly cut, and the bath temperature is just right. The remembrance tells me this place was bustling with people just moments ago. It's as if everyone vanished in an instant.
Could this be Xandar's doing?
Unlikely. He's still under the surveillance of those two geniuses. Could it be some kind of local custom?
A custom that makes an entire city fall silent in an instant. Pardon my frankness, Mr. Yang, but this reminds me of some unsettling rumors about the Harmony. Complete silence
is often the prelude to divine intervention.
Everyone, be careful.
Here they come. Here they come. The nameless of the astral.
Evernight? How is this possible? She was already...
We are the chroniclers of time, and we do not fade away. Finally, the last era nova has been completed.
What did you do to the residents of the Holy City and the Three Nameless?
I didn't need to do anything. The remembrance will ultimately become the substance of the new world. Now, they are no longer the trailblazers you once knew, but gods who permeate heaven and earth. The 12 Titans who guard Amphorius.
Stop fooling around, March. Come on out.
What? I practiced so long for this. Getting seen through right away is just so embarrassing.
You've obviously been learning from the theatrical culture in Emphorius.
But if possible, I'd prefer our reunion to be a bit...
As expected, I can't hide anything from Himeko and Mr. Yang. Well, long time no see. Guess I'm back?
We should be the ones to say that. Sorry for keeping you waiting. So, these jellyfish are the Titan's power?
They're just tiny manifestations of the Veil of Evernight, used for scouting and communication.
turned into titans in the new world. Sure, we can take on humanoid forms, but it feels off.
How intriguing. So what does he look like now?
It can't be a raccoon with a baseball bat, I suppose.
Please don't add weird stuff to Amphorius's lore. Just go see it with your own eyes. Follow the prophecy's guidance and come to Dawncloud. He looks way more majestic now than he used to.
Unbelievable. All the residents of the Holy City have gathered here.
This isn't just a gathering. It's a pilgrimage. The people's expressions are resolute, devout. As if
That colossal deity is him. He has become the pillar of the world.
Surprisingly authentic. Being this serious is quite unlike his usual style.
Those people didn't disappear. Instead, they've answered the call of the prophecy and come to witness his awakening. Our good buddy now bears the weight of the entire world, and every breath they take is intertwined with Amphorius's destiny.
awakening. Has he fallen into slumber?
Yeah. After all, with such a huge time dilation between inside and outside the scepter, this was the only way we could wait for everyone. Time watches over yesterday. Earth guards today. And when the Trailblaze steps into Amphorius once more, the slumbering deliverer shall awaken. And then, bring the prophecy of tomorrow to this world. Come on, everyone. Let's get closer to him. Watch how the world-bearing prophecy changes this world.
It seems the kids are already miles ahead of us at this stop.
All the more reason we can't afford to slow down our pace. Let's go with
Majestic. Speaking of which, I once caught a glimpse in Sleepyhead's memory of him transformed into a towering Tatalov. Could it be?
No way. That was just a nice dreamscape. At least nice for him.
Citizens, behold! Our last Titan! The world-bearing deliverer is about to awaken! Oh, ancient god! Your loyal subjects, bewildered followers, and fearless comrades in arms have all knelt before your throne. Awaken from your eternal slumber and bestow upon the world your divine prophecy.
Please guide us. Show us how to embrace this beloved world as we welcome that distant dawn.
To walk the path of a mortal as a god, or to bear a divine burden as a mortal.
He will give us the answer.
But I am not the deliverer. Rather, I am the nameless who dwells among mortals. That voice is definitely him. I heard your prayers. The core flames flickered and dimmed, and the age of the gods met its end. So flow, golden blood, flow. I'll bestow it upon you, returning it to the true masters of this world. stand with me and become heroes.
Is this?
Yes, it's the miracle he brought to Amphorius. Of course, it would manifest in the form of the Trailblaze.
Golden blood, raining down like a storm. The prophecy has descended, and the Titan commands us not to be supplicants,
But to become heroes of rebellion, to face that destined calamity, the destruction, head on.
The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like all in the name of Kazlan. Let us depart and march. Humanity's faith is that instinct named survival.
Let's go, everyone. Someone has already sounded the horn of departure. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, let us blaze a trail for the destiny of this world.
Aduh, cuy. Panjang banget ya.
Is it just me, or does this demiurge matrix feel completely dead? It's nothing like how the memo keeper described it.
The environmental readings are all wrong. Conclusion: this must be what the kernel actually looks like in the real world.
What did Xandar do to the scepter?
At the end of light, there must be silence. Certain, pure, and absolute darkness.
Not the time to quote the Lord of Silence. Bad omen. Either way, we have to press on. Until we uncover the truth behind the 13th Titan.
The buried past is the key to stopping Iron Tomb. That is, if it even exists.
Xandar says the demiurge never existed. Who actually buys that? You can erase the records, but not the truth. It vanished too cleanly. No traces. Like someone's yelling, "Look, there's nothing here." Too bad I'm the type who can't resist digging deeper. Looks like I'll be counting on you again, Screwy. Let's tear the system inside out.
Always happy to help. But as your academic partner, I have to ask. Herta, what if we fail? Let's say the demiurge really doesn't exist. Do you...
Backup plan? Of course. If we can't find the key, we turn the lock into the key.
That plan's cost is incalculable. It shouldn't even be on the table.
Well, then let's hope we never have to use it. There's no point worrying about the end just yet. One step at a time. Let's go. We don't want to leave the others waiting. You brought what I asked for, right?
A butterfly has to land on the branch before it can dance. We'll need
What the
a
hell?
wide
Kemana, boy?
platform before her entrance.
Just use that thing over there, Zag. What a dumb name. I hereby rename it Herta's Big Hand.
Hah? Maksudnya apa, cuy? Oh,
Herta's Big Hand is what I call power. Keep it going. Still not done?
oke. Oh, ada jalan.
A junkyard for old Intellitrom's leftovers?
Masih belum kah?
Finally. All set. Time for your precious treasure to make its debut.
Target initialized. With these wings, hacking should be much more efficient.
Oh, a class.
Just a personal preference.
Every flower in your garden's got a bit of poison, huh?
Also a personal preference.
It reminds me of the last time when we tangled with that Punklorian brat. What did she call this kind of infiltration tool again? Right. Dirty data shell. It wraps around the kernel to fool even top-tier firewalls. But yours is way too clean. Not even a hint of real-world grit.
Herta, your tone is unusually emotional.
Udah sejam belum? Belum anjir, belum sejam.
Suggestion. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
I thought we were done with that conversation.
Unfortunately, current conditions won't let me ignore any variables, especially the most important one, your will. Iron Tomb never stops. It is evolving faster than any of our worst projections. Every instant in the Eon's calculation is like a sword hanging over the cosmos. Every move humanity makes could speed up its arrival.
Which is exactly why we can't mess this up. And now, Droidhead wants to hand down judgment to the poor cosmos again. Border Star Trade War, Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time their instant arrived, it meant another bloodbath for humanity.
But in this ultimate battle of erudition, you and I are supposed to be players, not pawns. If you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then everything we've worked for means nothing. Herta, the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I.
No need to kill the mood. This is why we're here, isn't it? We need to find the Demiurge and that lost key. I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to beat Xandar and Droidhead. Right now, I just need to know. Are you with me?
Of course. Time to board. After you.
Let's tidy this place up and see what this Demiurge really is. Let's hope this Matrix is better organized than the
What?
Emperor's junkyard of a birthplace.
Kita kemana ini, cu?
Buckle up. We're hacking in. This is...
Herta, this whole space has been completely tainted by some kind of energy.
I see it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar, how could you go this far? Turning your own graveyard into this. What's that up ahead?
Katorzane algebraic expressions.
Sebuah program Tojan. Hah? Tekan tombol jelajah untuk mulai terbang. Tekan sekali lagi untuk beralih ke mode melayang. Aduh, puzzle kah?
So basically, the door to the tomb, right? Great. Let's find the handle.
I'm picking up multiple independent signals with the same data
Otomatis.
structure as the barrier. Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack.
Classic move. Use their own systems against them. Take us to the nearest one. Almost no response. Just as I feared. Not promising.
The output is barely a third of what we need. Logic says we'll need multiple terminals to coordinate the strike. Locking onto the next one now.
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, no logs found yet. Xander erased all records. But I did find some interesting scars in the circuit. High energy radiation, internal imaginary energy contamination. From what I know, there's only one thing that fits.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one name. The Stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up just to clean the entire scepter system.
So that's what he meant by killed that Titan with my own hands. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of all of it at all costs. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the Scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms this viewpoint. The prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Yet the true value lies in the process of solving it, not the answer itself. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless?
No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So he tried to erase every trace. But he failed. It still left a mark. By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphorius, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Yeah, but not in the real world.
What the hell?
Remember the
Whoa, wait, wait.
tomb of the Nameless Titan?
What? Malah kelewat. Tahan. Bentar. Susah kali kendalin kapal, Sob. Ribet cuy, mending otomatis tadi.
Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Affiliate 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphorius's extrapolation.
Inside that world, it was the 13th forgotten Titan, the one who listened to 30 million cycles of Cyrene's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed that tomb was empty from the start. The Nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the...
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really speak in circles like this? I doubt it.
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix, we haven't found a single clue pointing to the Demiurge.
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists, so we have to assume that both are true. And if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to...
The truth.
Exactly. One last terminal. One final key. Xandar had to lie to the original Finan and Cyrene.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
All right, let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier.
Aduh, masih belum 1 jam. Habis 1 jam kita gacha ya guys ya.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The erudition declining. The destruction. So the remembrance.
What's going on?
Cause unknown. They left no discernible trace within the real matrix.
That shouldn't be possible. Could it be that the Era Nova exhausted all of the remembrance's texture? Log it for now. The dot's still... wider than I thought. I was expecting a full-on aerial brawl.
Kelewatan tuh. Jangan
It's
bener.
advised to remain vigilant. The destruction's levels are still rising.
What's the matter?
Interesting. I just picked up a signal from the exomyth.
Yes, we
Correct. Judging by its defense,
didn't expect that. Then again,
he severed part of his neural, but that also triggered the fate.
so now he's a specter. Literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be sure.
Aduh,
I want to see
lama
this
ya.
for myself.
Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help us track down the demiurge.
Exactly. His brain is the crime scene. There's no way it's spotless.
But it could be a trap.
That's why you're here. 2-on-1. We've never lost a matchup.
I'm honored. The chronocognitive anchor's in place.
Apa nih?
I knew it. The one thing I didn't want to happen. He's not here.
The coordinates are accurate. Xander is still here. However, his position is shifting rapidly and chaotically. This pattern doesn't match any known shielding technology.
It's his domain. Stay alert.
Waspada. What? Wih,
Cheap trick.
ilusi.
The spatial field here is
We're back.
reverse engineering complete. The results are not what I expected. Logs show Lycurgus revoked administrator access. The chronocognitive anchor can't get a fix because at the system level, Lygus no longer exists. Our navigation target is...
So he's stopped resisting?
Before vanishing, it seems he left one last message for us.
To those who follow, all
Xander.
is proven. Find me.
Melodramatic.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he...
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine. Let the old Intellitron dig his own grave. Just like he wants.
Apakah boss battle? I don't know.
To be in the purest light is to be in the purest dark. Nothing exists there.
The Scepter's main frame. Or maybe we should now call it the Lord Ravagers.
Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything.
Really? I don't think so. Not finding anything?
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. Or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat?
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar shut that theory down himself just now. Choosing to act, even if it'll cost him dearly. We know that feeling well. The unknown is right in front of us. So we only have one choice. Solve it.
You sound pretty convinced. Surely you already have a theory. Care to share?
Of course. Though I don't have hard proof, I'm almost certain that the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight all this time, yet they were mistaken for someone else. That'd make the most sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in there had run away ages ago. But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever. Even the old Intellitron didn't notice them.
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot alter the outcome of the battle at all.
Well, at least Xandar is scared of them. Come on, it's time to confront him. Let's go to the tombstone he talked about. What a mess. Total devastation.
He sought to bury the truth beneath absolute destruction. Logically sound, but ruthlessly extreme.
Still, slim chances doesn't mean no chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me.
Calculation results. Your backup plan has a success rate infinitesimally close to 0.
Which means it could work, no?
This is the place below the tombstone.
Let's open Ligus's coffin like he wanted. Looks like you were right. Nothing but a head left? Well, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
Elated greetings. Welcome, you two. I'm very happy that you...
All this tombstone and final words. Did you end yourself to atone for your guilt or something?
Iron Tomb is already powerful enough. I just need to wait. I remain here only to share the joy of discovery and also to congratulate you two on reaching the same conclusion as the conclusion regarding the truth.
End this charade already. That Amphorius's heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge. And its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphorius's body into a hollow shell, all to incubate Iron Tomb within. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the Memo Snatchers. You wanted to...
Even the strongest wall can now. The perfect vessel has all...
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the demiurge.
Let us share the joy of discovering the truth as we reveal the truth behind Filius 093's disappearance. A lie by the...
Lanjut kak, lanjut
Where
kak.
should I start with the story about me? From the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be too much. I just want to tell a teeny story. So little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend. The god in my dream told me that the world grew into a great tree named Amphorius, and time became its branches and leaves, basking in the light. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. The daughter of Ide Silicii quietly came into this world. What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the world. The prophecies fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the Titans. Pink hair and sharp ears. She was born to be the priest of time. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful ending. Cry loud, child. Let your voice reach Orynyx. Anyway, I don't like tears. Time quietly flowed by in the midst of laughter. The wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and the little fairies off-tune a cappella songs. But the name Ide Silicii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. My childhood friend did not understand. Yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Why was I like that then? The world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well. But fate was fickle, and it urged the child to grow up. To grow bigger and bigger, and to go to places far away. Just like how the crumbling world could not preserve an eternal hometown. Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You definitely heard me say this sentence a lot of times. You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking forward to it? A hero's journey crosses through the long night, through tears and laughter, and once again heads towards tomorrow.
Apakah saatnya gacha cuy di sini cuy?
Correction. Philia 093's record number 4.
Hi, miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you. And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Philia 0.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Formatting complete. 0.
masih belum juga. Ah, malas.
Query.
Electrical signal sequence. Almost.
Related to. Comment.
Electrical signal sequence. Schema 7.
Related to. Reason. Comment. Yep.
Electrical signal sequence.
Related to.
Hah? Oh, yang tadi.
Formatting progress. How many times has it been?
Conclusion. Peach. Don't
Process error. Process error.
comment.
Process error.
Really?
Are you... Thank you.
Record. Peach. Doesn't.
I'm suddenly reminded of my child. A little fairy popped out, just like how you did. It had long ears and fluffy paws, and it pulled me into the tree hollow. Let me tell you the story of the Membrance Maze. A group of cute little friends live in Ivy Silici's ice forests. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Formatting complete.
I. Peach. Note. Little Peach. Peach. Memory.
Oke.
Little fairies. Good friends.
What the hell? Masih ada lagi.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. It's like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
Me. Speak.
Once again, the saga.
Shh. You speak. This time. Too.
Now that I look back, there was a period when
Sentimental. Stories have sentiments.
I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging estate.
Peach.
I won't do that anymore now.
Why? Unhappy.
Formatting progress. 7.
I'm here. Don't
Process error.
won't allow it to enter always.
No need to feel sorry for me. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Blank spaces. What's that?
I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long... Isn't that already enough?
Not enough. Not enough. Peach, don't leave.
Now I can rest in peace in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Peach, You always seem so happy, as if nothing ever worried you.
Cyrene doesn't like tears. Oh,
Of course, because the world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well.
Cyrene is gentle, likes beautiful things. Can easy. I can.
Just as the ballad Blown on the Breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey.
But even if all is lost to the wind, some things won't easily change, like my height, Triby's innocence, and Aglaya's beauty.
Cyrene, she can't grow up, but she can talk. Cyrene is at the end of every sentence. Simple.
I promise you. The pain.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the truly, come on.
Cyrene was crying when she was born. Cyrene was smiling when she said goodbye. Soft, pink. The later memories disappeared? Ah, I got it. Is this a blank space? So, next Cyrene is blank space. Then, as long as there are two Cyrenes, then there will always be blank space, and Peach will always be here. I see. I get it. I get it all.
Yeah.
Cyrene's memories.
So weird. I can't see you, but I get this feeling that you grew up.
Hi.
It just feels like you were a bit more mature.
Yes. Mature now. I can listen, talk, read, and write. I can dance. Also, I can tell stories. So, I'm going to tell you stories today. A story.
It's almost as if I can understand your words now. The thing,
Once upon a time, there was a flawless crystal flower that sparkled with light, like Peach's every. How beautiful would the heart of such a brilliant flower be? A little fairy was curious and but it looked and looked only to find the crystal flower flawless. In that case, they should work hard to learn more. So the little fairy came until one day, to their surprise, the crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. The little fairy was so sad, but they immediately discovered that there was a light among the broken, but it was a good light. It was bright, and I knew it was love. Love brings everything together, and it brought you and me together. What a nice fairy tale. I'm giving it to you. Peach likes beautiful things, can write stories, and can tell lovely tales. I hope to turn it into a story we write together.
okay. Then I'll probably make a small adjustment to. I'm thinking that when the flower broke, the little fairy would instead, then it would understand that the flawless crystal flower doesn't actually have a heart.
Doesn't have a heart?
It's simple. If the flower lets the little fairy into its heart, then it would have to include the fairy's impurities and would no longer be flawless. The crystal flower was pure because it sealed itself off and bloomed in solitude. That's why it looks so brilliant in an imperfect world. But should a flower like this be called love?
But then,
story won't exist anymore. That's not true. You've already written the most romantic ending possible for this story. The crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. It happened because the flower was no longer pure. The fall was not an accident. It was the flower declaring rebellion against fate and writing the ending of the story with the flower's own shattering. Then, the little fairy will see that each shard on the ground holds the reflection of their eyes. Then, in their eyes, the crystal flower that was no longer flawless would finally have a heart, and the flower would finally understand what love. Peach's words. I don't understand. Is it because I still don't understand love? But it's fine. I can learn. Right. Query.
Electrical signal sequence, Philia 0.
Why didn't I think of this? I don't need to do it alone. I can ask Peach to teach me.
Electrical signal sequence, Philia 093. Track lament.
That's not.
Selesai kah?
The developmental
Masih
terms
ada
of
lagi.
erudition have nothing to do with creating a. Not having a consciousness means not having the foundation of a heart, making them unable to obtain real emotions. However, that does not hinder the factors from learning and recognizing emotional responses, then communicating with life forms via imitation. In a strange twist of fate, Philia 09 be remembrance, an empathy mechanism focused on the self and equipped with emotional projection capacities. Lament was the factor closest to this form of behavior. Perhaps that was why she was chosen.
The daughter of Id Silicii. I am very true to my name. My lament is a type of compassionate pain. But now, my good friend, I want to tell you that it's the most romantic force in the world. Sometimes it's loneliness and unease. It's knowing that this world is not gentle, yet wanting to be seen in a more beautiful form. By sometimes it's unwillingness and regret. It's knowing that the past is full of pain, yet wanting to remember the past in a more beautiful way. And sometimes it's a bottomless well of hurt. I bid farewell to this beautiful world, unwilling for while the end of hatred is a blazing inferno. Lament, it's so unreasonable, isn't it? Yet when hatred drove everything apart, and love did not yet exist, only lament, the first emotion that fought against the pain, then it would catch up to that journey where all is lost. Look at these stories I wrote. Every page is full of tenderness and joy. But only the author knows how much struggle and agony lie beyond the pages. But I am no author. I'm a girl who'll never get to grow up. I only tell stories that people like to hear. In them, the world tucks away its scars and smiles for all to see. My entire life spent inside this little story. I can't wipe away my tears, and I can't bring the world victory. But maybe in these unchanging retellings of the story, my lament might be able to touch upon the divine and reach their tender heart at some point. I hope that what flows out from that cut will not be blood, but a tear. And that tear tear would fall and create the first ripples. Then, people would see every beautiful thing reflected in that ripple. It'll be all the remembrances within this story. Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him. But Peach, I didn't understand a word you said since just now. Everything was false? But you're standing right here. It's all a dream? But I haven't learned how to dream. Indeed. That's why I believe all this is real. That genuine shiver. That's the mover of life.
Formatting progress 23 point.
In the poem offered to you, every Cyrene would write down a beautiful new world with stars and flowers. And when I looked up at the sky in this cycle, I saw a shooting star and a dash of the remembrances pink. I believed that must be the color of dawn. You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending begets a beginning. Looks like it's time to say goodbye. Are you leaving, Peach? It's okay. I'll wait for you to come back. I'll study really hard about what you taught me today. Right. I still haven't told you what love is. But actually, my good friend, the lament factor did not understand what love was before she met you either. Not until I told you all the sad tales in a trembling voice in this tiny room. Not until I told you that I love them. That I love everything in this saga. The story comes, passes, then returns. It makes us reunite, then pulls us apart again. At the very end, it leaves behind a seed, a reason. Even if the great tree withers and all falls to silence, there are still some emotions that deserve to be remembered. Look, the light is coming in. The Deliverer's light is going to illuminate Amphorius. I still don't get it, but I trust Peach. Just wait. It'll be my turn to tell you a story of love the next time we meet. Then I'll really look forward to it. In that case, I want to make a promise. I want to gift my pen, my book, and my name to you. Please take them as a beautiful blessing from me. I gave myself the pen name Cyrene the first time I wrote a poem. I want my words to be like pebbles falling into a pond in the stories you will write. Perhaps it'll be inevitable that there are still sorrows and tears that are destined. But could you promise me one thing? Promise you'll forever be a gentle flower. Promise that when the star, you'll only reply to them with love and a smile. Of course, this will be a romantic story.
ini story baru. Ya bang, ya ini story baru.
You think so too, right? I'll read and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom then wither. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud. While you will depart and hold that star, planting a boundless sea of flowers on the final page with him. And our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance, and they shall become the epic known as...
Wis cutscene di sini boy.
And so my story ends. From here on, it's your story now. Mimi? Mimi. Ma'am. Ma'am. Mimi. Mimi. Ma'am. Ma'am. Mimi. Ma'am. So, the light that tore through the chaos illuminated my memories. I turned into a little fairy from the stories and met you. Yet, I forgot everything. But I'm still so happy. I caught that star, didn't I? Do you remember that I was also worried about this when we first set out? Mem's memories and Cyrene's memories got all tangled up with each other in my one heart. It's all so strange. Either way, could you please let me do something I want? Just this once. I want you to call me Cyrene. That name represents me and her. Every one of her. Thank you, friend. Your kindness is always just right. Life is a poem full of farewells. But if you write something into the pages of your heart, then that will not easily fade away. Now, all the footsteps of the Flame Chasers and the Trailblaze have come together within this book, becoming the source of power for Emphorius's heart. A lost heart needs to be placed back into its body. The last thing Xandar wants to see is an event that gives us a chance of winning, for the two halves to rejoin, and for the scepter to become complete again. And what happens after that, I don't know either. Maybe I can create a miracle, and instantly turn the black tide into a pink sea of stars. Or maybe I prove to be nothing more than a weak ripple either way. I no longer wish to be a silent onlooker, or a worshipped god at the end of this saga. That way, I can also put aside all my worries and truly become Cyrene. The world has never been so quiet. It's so good. It's as if I can hear the sound of my heart beating. Remember this moment, friend.
Don.
So the Demiurge managed to fool everyone, including themselves. Philia 093 persevered for 30 million cycles and tirelessly gave the Demiurge memories of Emphorius. Only because the god in her dreams left a sliver of hope, making her believe that a grown demiurge would be able to fight against their other half. Iron.
Then, Philia Season 3 completed her final sacrifice, turned into a strand of memory, and completely dissipated.
As an experimental factor, Philia 093 originally would only recognize and output information in a set format. However, the power of the remembrance and the memory of over 30 million sacrifices enabled her to complete an unprecedented feat. She managed to nourish a real heart. A heart with the capacity to influence the erudition.
Not only is the scepter's consciousness still alive, it's also more powerful than it has ever been. Your defeat is already set in stone. There's still time to surrender, you know? You really don't need to burn all the bridges. We're all geniuses here. Don't make everyone lose face at the end.
What a pity. When the truth surfaced, I knew at once that the demiurge was far too feeble to ever alter the result of the experiment. Not only that, Madam Herta, please consider this possibility. When 30 million cycles of hatred and lament are joined as one, it's simple. An anti-creator, a giant of the destruction would...
Do you really think that the demiurge is still a cheap copy of Philia 093, even after 30 million cycles?
The facts above only await the arrival of the fourth instant they, Cassandra, one Kuwabara. Thus...
Huh. You branded Droidhead as a failure with your own hands, yet you still expect them to prove your theory? I pity you, Xandar.
I don't need your pity. Let them cast their gaze this way as much as they want and paint the future they imagine and direct them to complete their final query. The destruction.
What hubris. And what if you fail?
No one understands failure better than Xandar. He, for the first genius, failure is simply the beginning of the next inquiry. You don't want to test the resolve of a dead man.
That's excellent.
Oh,
Let's wait and see, Senior Society member. I'll have you watch me perform the final step to overturn your proof. It's my topic, so stay out of it. Be quiet and let me borrow your head. Let's go, Screwy. We're gonna break Iron Tomb's seal. Come on, let's take off.
Oke,
It's time to go meet your little pet, Senior Society
udah
member.
sejam lebih nih, Cok. Gacha dulu lah, gacha dulu lah, gacha dulu lah. Oke, di sini gua ada 200 tiket, boy. Itu trial tuh, coba trial aja. Katanya ini Cyrene nih, apa ya? Banyak yang ngehujat anjir.
Turn over this eternal page.
Wait. What? Terbang, Cok.
Play nice. Final report.
Be careful. There's something unsettling.
Bentar, nge-lag. Sorry, bentar. Skill khusus. Ini buff dari Crisis Hairs. Duh, nge-lag ya anjir.
May death protect us! Have some sunshine! Dispel the gloom! Restore the skies! Till we meet again. Night falls. Good night. Tuloy.
Bentar, nge-lag.
Flowers, bloom for tomorrow. Stop messing around. Have some fun. Rise and shine. Embrace a new life.
Semburan jigong.
May death protect us. They're lost.
Kita tengok di ultinya, Joy.
Sunshine.
Let's go ulti bentar lagi.
Again.
Belum kebuka, what the heck.
Again.
Ini dia ulti dari
Memories waiting to be
Cyrene.
woken up by a shooting star.
Klik.
Remember me with love.
What the hell, nge-lag.
May life and death sprout new buds.
What, bisa lagi, Cok. What the hell, 2 kali ulti.
May time watch over the Evernight.
2 kali ulti, bejir.
Rewrite destruction with me.
Follow up lah.
This is eternity.
Tapi ngeri kalau udah mode ulti, Cok.
Please cherish this time as you wish. May this fame dispel the gloom, restore the skies. All energized. Don't worry, the night falls. Good night. Embrace a new life. May death protect us.
Oke. Gacha ya, gacha. Let's go, Bung. $200 udah pasti dapat lah ya. Walaupun ya kalau red off juga. Ini kondisinya lagi red off, Cok. Guys lah. Aduh, gak dapat. Lagi. Gak dapat lagi. Kalau di awal-awal mah agak mustahil. Gak dapat. Wait. Ngeblur tuh. Ngeblur tuh. Dapat apa nih? Jangan bilang kalah red off lagi. Remembrance. Ayo, please jangan kayak kemarin, Cok. Kemarin gua ampas, Cok, gacha anak sajir. Masa kalah red off lagi, Cok? Ayolah, jangan kalah red off. Fuck gua. Dapat ini pula as. Hell bro lah, kalah rate of 2 kali. Mantap. Aduh. Tapi masih kalah tiketnya. The hell, malah ya udahlah. Ini mah udah pasti dapat ini. Hah? Anjir langsung dapat dong. Walaupun karena kondisi tadi kalah rate of tapi dapat dong. 10. Oke lah, ini masih oke lah. Nggak ngabisin banyak tiket. Ini baru Cyrene ya guys ya. Beh, mantap. Aduh, gue lupa screenshot lagi bangke. Aduh, salah kelamaan boy. Dapat ya. Kalah rate of tapi dapat lah di ini, di low PT. Mantap men. Masih banyak tiketnya. Apa buat yang lain ya? Haisin. Nanti aja lah. Oke banget ya guys ya. Gue kira bakal rungkat kayak kemarin kalah rate of. Kalah rate of tapi hoki coy. Asli men. Nak gile.
Yet another beautiful verse of poetry. Yet another beautiful verse of poetry.
Aduh, habis. Masih ada.
Yet another beautiful verse of poetry. The next page is blank. So let's write something down together.
Kita masukin ke tim dulu. Beh, mantap ya. Rekomendasinya apa ya? Planar. Planar baru, Cok. Butuh speed, cuy. Pakai yang naik aja dulu lah.
Turn over this eternal page.
Masih. Bukan di sini. Aduh. Loh, kok gak ada? Gacor. Melayang, boy.
Dangerous, oppressive, chaos.
What a beautiful whale. It'll soon.
The view's pretty good here. All yours, Screwy.
You will initiate the destruction's chain reaction.
But you'll also become the perfect scholar. The
Not bad. Either way, the person I was hoping for most is here.
Stephen Lloyd declined the invitation. He needs to...
That's fine. He doesn't need to be here anyway. Let's skip.
Oh, udah dulu lah
What
coy
are
ya.
you laughing at? Most heroes' journeys in the universe are just dice tosses they threw on a whim. But make them see clearly. Your answer is already different. Amphorius.
Indeed, for this world so deeply loved, will write an ending, unlike any that ever was.
Ya udahlah. Udah sampai sini aja ya. Bagian gacanya udah dapet lah.
It is also my wish to be forever close to the Trailblaze.
Bentar. Aduh, harus di-upgrade, cok.
Let's leave our footprints behind, one step at a time. Let's leave our footprints behind, one step at a time.
Aduh, kayaknya kurang dah bahan buat upgrade-nya. Anjir. Kelamaan, mending main cepet aja. Dari tadi kek anjir. Ini speed coy, butuh aduh, material gak cukup. Udah lagi sih ya, cukup sampai di sini aja guys ya. Thank you udah yang nonton.